I want to first preface this video by saying I am not the guy that's probably the best at doing this kind of video. However, I see that no one's really making a video regarding this specific topic that I'm going to be talking about. Now, obviously you can go to Comic Historian, Comics Explained, New Rockstars to get the proper way of probably getting this kind of topic, but I just need to get this attention brought up because I have a slight issue that I haven't seen anyone talk about, and I'm wondering where this is going for the future of MCU. So, and also there's going to be some spoilers ahead, so just be wary. But when we left, and even 2 weeks into it, after everyone's seen Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, it made Secret Wars trend. And I've seen a lot of people say that they want Secret Wars in about 3 to 5 years. One, that's crazy. I honestly think that it's essentially going to be, it needs to have as much build up as Endgame had. It needs to be like an 8-year gap, where I would even argue, because we need a lot of stuff in between, but there's so much build up to Secret Wars that I don't think people realize. You have Jonathan Hickman's New Avengers and Avengers, and there's a lot of stories regarding that. Now, since we just got the introduction of Incursions, due to the one Reed Richards talking to Strange, and as well as Clea in the post-credit scenes telling Strange that he caused an incursion. So I would say this is equivalent to when Black Panther was in the jungle and the sky turned red, and then all of a sudden you see this gigantic Earth just literally right in front of them, as if you could almost just go walk to it. But my problem isn't with that, it's actually with, numerous times in the movie they said that Doctor Strange caused an incursion. Now, in the comics, Doctor Strange has nothing to do with incursions. In fact, it was Doctor Doom and Molecule Man that was the reason incursions were happening, because Molecule Man and Doctor Doom realized that when they went to another Earth, and I think it was Owen Reese, Molecule Man obviously, and he went to find another Molecule Man and was showing Doctor Doom something, he killed the Molecule Man and realized that destroyed an Earth. Now, basically what these Molecule Men are was a failsafe that was put into each Earth that was in the Molecule Man. Every single Molecule Man, and no matter which timeline it is a pretty much an ongoing building up of a bomb that's like just going to destroy the entire universe. And that's the whole reason of incursions. That's what an incursion is, because every time a Molecule Man gets destroyed, gets killed, it will destroy that universe and propel the universe into another universe that starts an incursion, where you have 8 hours to either evacuate your Earth, and because this was some ways that they got around it, you either evacuate your Earth and go secretly into the opposing Earth, or you destroy the Earth, because if you both collide, you're both done. Your Earth is done, because the Earth is the incursion point. But like I said, the problem that I have is that it's said that Doctor Strange is the cause of these incursions. But why though? Because it could just be, now hear me out, it could be their lack of knowledge of the incursions, where, to Reed Richards and everyone, it's always Doctor Strange using the Darkhold, but it could be that we just, in the background, because the thing is, when Doctor Strange found out that Doctor Doom, because he ends up becoming a black priest and then finding Rabum Allah, which is Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom tells him what he's been doing, because Doctor Doom and Molecule Man went back 25 years to start the conquest of pretty much getting as many Molecule Mans as possible and destroying them. And that's why in the comics you had this random where, a universe was getting destroyed every now and then, and all of a sudden it went down to a specific amount of universes only being like certain ones left, because Doctor Doom was literally slaying as many Molecule Men as possible. Then he ended up just hoarding Molecule Men, where he was, to then use them against the Beyonders. So we could put it as that just the MCU right now, since it's a brand new thing of incursions, it could be that the characters just don't know exactly what's happening behind the scenes, because you could say that. However, if they are moving to where Doctor Strange is the true cause of incursions, that would mean he's replacing, a key aspect in Secret Wars. Because it almost seems like, even though they're saying Doctor Strange is the cause of the incursions, I would argue that it's really the Darkhold that is causing these incursions if MCU is going this route, because in the Earth that was destroyed, and even in 838 when Reed Richards was saying that their Doctor Strange caused an incursion, he used the Darkhold to learn how to defeat Thanos. And then if you look, when Doctor Strange went to Sinister Strange, he also was using the Darkhold, and you could tell an incursion happened because his Earth was literally destroyed. Now, you would say it kind of doesn't make sense when Clea says that Doctor Strange, you caused an incursion, so come to me and let's fix it, because Doctor Strange technically never used the Darkhold in his universe. He might have dreamwalked, but it was more Wanda that did that. She not only, and Agatha Harkness, because they not only used the Darkhold, but they probably also both dreamwalked at a time, and that had to have been what propelled this incursion to happen. Now, I just don't see how this would make sense in the long run of Secret Wars if the MCU continued this way, because is the Darkhold what's going to be essentially the Molecule Man? Are they never going to bring the Molecule Man in? So are they going to pretty much say that the Beyonders put a Darkhold in each universe, and then if someone uses that Darkhold to then dreamwalk, would that have the kind of same exact factor or failsafe that they did for the Molecule Man do for dreamwalking? So essentially, if Doctor Strange or Agatha Harkness or Scarlet Witch or whoever has access to the Darkhold, if they were to dreamwalk, would that propel things forward to then make this incursion happen? But the thing is, as I said, a Molecule Man gets destroyed in the comics, and then it flings the universe and propels them into another universe. So does dreamwalking somehow destroy the Earth that person inhabited? Like how Wanda inhabited another Wanda in another universe. Did that essentially then end up destroying the Earth? Did that cause an incursion? And that's why, because I guess you can think of it this way, that when Wanda did that and the whole aftermath of everything when Doctor Strange came back, is that whole entire Earth got destroyed, and then that actually propelled their universe to Earth 616, and that's why Clea ends up telling Strange that there's an incursion that happened. So maybe dreamwalking could be, the reason why and the replacement for Molecule Man, but I just don't know. But with the MCU going this route and showing the incursions this early, the thing is, when Black Panther saw the incursion happening for the first time, that's when he formed the Illuminati. So maybe after Clea and Doctor Strange fixes the incursion in their own Earth, I wonder if they'll form the Illuminati that way. Because if they form the Illuminati in the next Doctor Strange, then I believe that's probably, now we're into Avengers, New Avengers by Jonathan Hickman. Like, that's pretty much where we're at, but in the MCU. So I could see then it's going to be different members probably. They're going to have to introduce Reed Richards. Yes, we have a Fantastic Four movie that should be, was supposed to be in the making. However, there's literally not a director, I think, at the moment, because John Watts stepped down. So we're missing that. We're missing Doctor Doom. Thanos, technically, we have the whole Kang thing. For Ant-Man and the Wasp. We have that's still, like, what is Kang's motive in this? Because Kang has nothing to do with Secret Wars. Even back in the 1984 version, he wasn't really a big thing. In both versions, Doctor Doom was a major part. He was literally the main character, pretty much, the main villain. Which, you can kind of put quotations on villain, because he was kind of trying to do a good thing, but then he ends up being a villain when it comes in terms of Battle World. But there's just so much missing right now, and yes, this is the beginning. This is the first sign that they're going in the route of Secret Wars, so obviously, they have so much time. But when people say they want it in the next 3 to 5 years, that's just not realistic, and I hope they don't do that, because I don't think people realize Secret Wars is going to be like literally 10 times better than Endgame. Because the thing is, if you look at the Infinity Saga in the comics, it was great. However, when you got to Secret Wars, Secret Wars is just universally loved. It is a great comic book run by Jonathan Hickman. So you have to do it justice. This is one of the biggest things that was ever done in the Marvel's comics. So like, you just have to do it right with the MCU. The MCU should not rush this, and I'm not going to say they're rushing it, but I just have a lot of issues with not knowing what's happening. But let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you think that they're actually going to be replacing the Molecule Man and possibly Doctor Doom? Or do you think that it's just the fact that the characters in the moment are not aware of what's truly causing the incursion? But just let me know your thoughts down below, because there's a lot going into this story. We haven't even seen a Beyonder yet. Maybe in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, we can actually you know, have a Beyonder name dropped, or maybe in a what if season 2, they could possibly, Uatu can probably maybe name drop a Beyonder, possibly do something regarding that. But there is a lot, you know, maybe we'll have it to where, you know, at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, we'll have Hank Pym, maybe he'll turn into Yellow Jacket and do his little thing and do his own, because the thing is, Hank Pym is actually a crucial part into Secret Wars a little bit in the comics. He just had his little moment here and there. But I mean, there's just parts in this comic that I'm just confused. We have so much that needs to be set up, and with the introduction to Kang and Loki, and then also going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp, I mean, there's just so many questions to be asked. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and you guys know the drill. I will see you guys later.